You tuned into a brand new episode of the Straight Facts Podcast. This is my anniversary episode. I've been doing Straight Facts for a year now. Big shout out to that. We're going to drink to that. Definitely drink to that and drink to that later on too. But yeah, man, it's my 1 year anniversary. I started this thing March 20th. We started way back. So those who've been rocking with me, man, since March 20th of last year. Big shout out to y'all, dog. Like I said, I did this shit. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I have a plan. I definitely had a plan on how I was going to orchestrate my whole podcast by myself. And I can basically fucking say that everything's been going good. Of course, it have been going good. We sitting up here on season 3. We halfway through season 3. But don't get me wrong, we ain't nowhere near done, but we halfway through season 3. But I got a lot to talk about today. I want to kick this shit off immediately off of the comments I got. People had comments about my whole DNA testing sermon that I said that I was talking about. Basically, I'm standing on what I said. I do feel like it shouldn't be an issue or a problem for a man wanting a DNA test. I don't give a fuck if we married or if we in a relationship. Like, if I'm having second guesses or I'm having doubts about, I don't know if this is my kid or not, you as my woman should respect the fact that I want a DNA test. That doesn't mean that I'm testing your loyalty or you're not a loyal person or you was doing some crazy shit, but it's just, that's the world we live in, bro. And not even just that, I even had people vouching. Like, I seen some shit on Instagram where a woman was basically talking about men ain't wrong for wanting DNA tests. Like, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, those people out there that they trust they trust the situation, but I do feel like for somebody to want a DNA testing, they gotta have some sort of doubts or some type of history of a motherfucker doing some fucked up shit to them, or that person doing some fucked up shit as far as like cheating or any type of weird shit going on in the relationship. But that's either here or there. But my opinion stands on what I say. You know, I'm definitely for people getting DNA tests, my nigga. That's just that, bro. I can't. It ain't no way around it. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts or nothing, nigga. Like, I'm standing on that shit. This is a Straight Facts Podcast, and I'm spinning y'all straight facts, bro. Like, that's just my opinion on shit. Big shout out to my subscribers, my new subscribers. You know, I'm at 13 now. We moving up there. We getting somewhere, my nigga. So I appreciate everybody for those 13 who's subscribing and watching my videos weekly. Like, I appreciate that for sure. The episodes are still available on YouTube. I have dropped. I think I dropped 4 episodes so far, or 5. One of the two. They are still available on YouTube. Y'all can go out there and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Straight Facts Podcast. If y'all don't have access to YouTube, or you ain't one of them people that want to go on YouTube and watch a visual, which is a little weird to me that you rather listen to the audio than the visual. But if you an audio type of person, you like to listen to this shit while you getting your workout in, where you at work, it's available on all streaming platforms. All of them. So y'all can check out Straight Facts Podcast when you're in the gym, you at home, you at work, no matter what, my nigga. I'm accommodating everybody. You can catch the video, you can catch the visual on YouTube, you can catch the audio on all the streaming platforms. But we gonna kick this episode off. As y'all can see, I don't have a co-host today. My brother is not a part of the Straight Facts Podcast. We ain't a team. Like, this is a solo podcast. It's been a solo podcast since last year. I had the honor to be able to have a variety of people on my podcast since I started this. I got some collaborations coming up from Dallas finally. Shout out to y'all that you know who you is. I got a couple people that's gonna be stopping by on the Straight Facts Podcast, and I'm actually gonna be stopping on a couple people's podcasts as well down here in Dallas. But a lot of shit going on in the news. A lot of shit going on in the sports world. Like I said I believe it was a couple episodes ago, I basically said I kind of want to mix in some sports. I'm a big sports head. I don't want to turn this into a sports podcast. It's not a sports podcast. It's just a regular podcast, me going over news, me going over certain things, my opinion on shit. Y'all get it. Y'all got it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But first and foremost, dog, I know y'all heard about the whole Dwight Howard situation with his son allegedly raping little boys. Now, a lot of y'all sit back and y'all be like, well, we got to watch who we have our kids around. Or we got to watch who we have kids with. Now, Everybody always look at that as you just gotta watch your kids around certain adults. No, bro. We in a different type of world now. You gotta watch your kids around other little kids too. These little kids freaky as a motherfucker nowadays. I don't know. A lot of them don't know what they want. A lot of them feel like they supposed to be fucking with men. A lot of them feel like they supposed to be a lot of little boys feel like they supposed to be fucking with little boys. A lot of little girls feel like they supposed to be fucking with little girls. I partially blame TV. I blame the media. I blame music. I blame social media. I blame a lot of that shit. But most importantly, dog, I blame the parenting. And a lot of people sit back and they be like, well, a lot of people can't keep an eye on their kids, or a lot of people don't. Kids are so sneaky, etc. I can accept that and understand that. Like, I was definitely sneaky when I was a kid. Like I said in my last episode, like niggas was popping chest open to get to the porns, bro. But when I was doing shit like that, like I was fucking around and going outside, wrestling with my brothers, playing with my brothers, watching fucking porno, all types of shit when I was a kid. Like, I was outside when I was a kid. I know these kids nowadays, they not outside. They want to sit in front of iPads. They want to be on social media. They want to be adults bad as fuck. And I can't knock them because, like I said, when I was a kid, I wanted to be adult bad as hell. Now that I'm an adult, I hate this adult and shit. I know a lot of y'all do too, my nigga. Like, if I can go back and change some things, I would. But unfortunately, that's impossible. We can't do that. But back to the situation at hand. The Dwight Howard son allegedly has been performing sexual acts with his mom's boyfriend's son. I'm not going to really too much speak on it because I really don't have much of a background to it. Somebody did send me the clip or sent me more information on it that I really couldn't get to, but in my opinion, I can't really say anything about the situation, but I can say that his dad, I don't know if a lot of people out there know this or a lot of people are sports heads or you familiar with the story that Dwight Howard was fucking with a transsexual. Now, I'm not saying that his kid fucking with that little boy and him fucking with a transsexual have any type of correlation. I'm not saying that, but what I'm basically saying is the apple ain't falling too far from the motherfucking tree, bro. You know what I mean? Like, men have to learn to step up, dog. Men really have to learn, especially fathers, my nigga. Like, if you're a father to a boy, you're a father to a little girl, you have to step up and be a father. And then, I'm not saying that you can possibly stop what a kid can do behind your back, but then again, it's just like, to have that dominant presence in that young man's life or that young girl's life, I definitely feel like it can make a big difference. It can make a big impact on their decision making. And I just feel like if you're a father, bro, and you in one of these situations like Dwight Howard, like I feel Dwight Howard may be embarrassed as a bitch. I can't even imagine all the shit that he probably be thinking about or all the shit he going through because it's unfortunate, bro. It's a fucked up situation to be in. It was a fucked up situation for him to be in when he was caught with the transsexual. But now, like, this your seed, this your kid. And we live in a very cyberbullying type of community, dog. A world I'm in, like, cyberbullying is so big. It's a thing out here. So it's like for your kid to have these allegations towards him, I can only imagine, you know what I mean, what these other kids feel about him, what these kids saying about him on the internet. Like, I feel like there's a lot of trauma there for him to be making those type of decisions or doing those type of things. But I mean, who am I, bro? Like, but I just feel like when Dwight Howard did go through the shit that he went through with the transsexual or whatever, who knows the type of backlash his son experienced. His son probably experienced a lot of backlash too. People might call his father gay. And him being a young boy, he don't know what gay is. But now as he became older, you know what I mean, he probably want to like dibble and dab. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, like I said, these are allegations, bro. I'm not speaking on nobody's kids. I'm not saying that it's true. But I'm just speaking on the news that we all heard and we all know about. It's weird. You know, the type of world we live in as far as we can't even turn on our TV and watch shows or watch movies without seeing some gay shit or seeing a man kissing a man or a boy kissing a boy or a woman kissing a woman, a girl kissing a girl. Like, the double standard thing is just out of whack, my nigga. If you gonna be a person that's against gay, you need to be that way across the board, my nigga. A lot of men are more acceptive when it's a woman liking a woman or a woman fucking with a woman versus a man. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crazy double standard. I'm not saying I'm for whatever makes you happy. Do what you gotta do. That's cool. Do your thing. I have nothing. If that's for you. You know what I mean? But to carry on, like I said, in this show, this is my 1 year anniversary. I'm gonna go over various topics, various things. So I want to discuss some things. The top thing I really want to discuss is dating. In Dallas, I'm hearing a lot of shit. Like I'm on TikTok, so I see a lot of women, Dallas women. I see a lot of Dallas women on Instagram, and they all coming up with the same thing. They all saying that the dating is fucked up, the men are fucked up, they married, they got families, they got girlfriends, they ain't no good, they ain't shit, they do this, they do that. And it's just like, I got a question, bro. You single women, right? If y'all feel like the men ain't shit, right? What y'all think the single men think about y'all? Why is this such like a one-sided thing as far as like, it's just this, like these men got these bow and arrows on their back. Like everybody feel like the dating world is fucked up because of the men. No, bro, the dating world is fucked up because both genders. I feel like a lot of people have been accepted of open relationships because they all already accepted the fact that they will never be the only one. You know what I mean? So like, I just feel dating is not only just fucked up for women, it's fucked up for men too. It's hard finding a good woman, as well as it is hard finding a good man. But like I said, it's put out there to make it seem like it's just it's a hard task to find a good man. But it's the same thing. It's vice versa, my nigga. It's a hard task to find a good woman too. It's not just you walk outside and you see a woman and she's a good woman and just you take off and be with that person. Like, it don't work like that. Unfortunately, it don't. I'm sure we all wish it did, but it don't work like that. I just feel like the whole punishment of how women trying to make it seem like they copping out. Like, a lot of y'all are single because y'all too masculine, bro. Y'all act like y'all know what y'all want, but y'all really don't know what y'all want. You don't know if you want a good guy. Like, you'll find a good guy, but at the same time, you'll dissect him and find something you don't like about him. Or you'll find a good guy, but he's too much of a good guy. He's too much he pushy. Like I can push him over. He like, y'all women be like really building super niggas, bro. Like y'all want this nigga that's like tough, soft, caters to everything you say and do. Like, take your ass to Christian Mingle or something. If you want a motherfucker that you can run, a motherfucker that you can just talk to any kind of way, take your ass to Christian Mingle, bro. You know what I mean? Take your ass to a dating app. Because that type of fantasy that you looking for inside a man, my nigga, a lot of us don't carry that, bro. We don't carry that type of energy as far as like, we're going to let a woman run us over and let a woman tell us what the fuck we supposed to do. Bro, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? A lot of men want women like that too, though. A lot of men want women where they can just run them and talk to them any kind of way, and they should be able to get away with murder. They can cheat. They can do this. They can do that. But that woman would have stayed faithful. That was the whole attack on Lil Durk. I'm on that Glorious again. That's the whole attack on Lil Durk when he basically said, oh, well, I don't even want, the reason why I fuck with India because she ain't got that many bodies. And that shit turned the social media into an uproar. And it's just like, that's his preference. We all got preferences. Just like I know for sure that I'm not for everybody. I know everybody is not for me. And that's just that. We all have preferences, but his specific preference was he started fucking with his girl, or he wifed her because she had many body counts. So I woke up this morning, though, and I'm surfing through my Twitter and shit, and I seen somebody upload a picture of India with like various niggas, like y'all went and did that. That's how messy and miserable motherfuckers can be. Like, you went all the way in the back, nigga, to find some old ass pictures of this girl dating and talking to other niggas. Like, that shit weird. That's awkward. You really need some help. A lot of y'all really need some help. I got fake pages following the fuck out of me on Instagram. I got the same fake pages following my girl on Instagram. It's just like, bro, like, just come the fuck out. Like, it's okay. It's okay to feel a way about somebody moving on and not wanting you. You know what I mean? People got to learn to be okay with that. Everybody's not for you, bro. You need to be okay with somebody wanting somebody else other than you. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. That doesn't mean that you don't qualify for that person. You just don't fit the picture that a motherfucker painted. You're not what a motherfucker want. And I feel like that's a hard pill for a lot of motherfuckers to swallow. You know what I mean? I feel like rejection is crazy. It's so crazy how scared motherfuckers is of rejection. Like, it'd be a nigga or a female, right? That go after a nigga or go after a female that got somebody. And don't be giving a fuck about rejection because in the back of their mind, in their head, they already know, like, well, shit, I'ma still shoot my shot, but am I gonna give a fuck if she turned me down? No, I ain't gonna give a fuck because she got a nigga. Am I gonna give a fuck about him turning me down? No, I ain't gonna give a fuck because he got a girl. Motherfuckers run to somebody that got somebody with the expectancy of being turned down. But be scared to go talk to a single motherfucker because they afraid of rejection. Ain't that the same shit? You gonna get rejected either way it go. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying either way it go, because if you can go to somebody that's single, you probably can fuck with them. But like, why skip over the single motherfuckers and go to somebody that got somebody? Like, that shit don't make no fucking sense at all. And then y'all be having audacity and the pure stupidity, bro, to feel that like when a man like let's put me in a category. You come after me, you know I got a girl, right? You come after me. I start fucking with you. Me and my girl break up. We done with each other. You have that pure stupidity in your mind to make you believe and think that me and you gonna have something. We ain't gonna have shit, bro. I don't even trust you. You just somebody to fuck on at the time. You know what I mean? I don't even trust you. Was just fun at that time. Once I left my girl, you not fun no more, bro. Like there is no people get a thrill off of sneaky shit, bro. That's why they came up with this dumbass thing about sneaky links. Like people get a thrill off that type of shit. Like, what makes you think if I leave my girl, I'm gonna go fuck with your cheating ass? I'm gonna go fuck with you, and I cheated with you. That math ain't even math, love. Ain't no shit like that gonna ever happen. So nothing good come out of a nigga leaving his girl for somebody else. Nothing good come out of that. So this whole rejection shit that people scared of, as far as like I'm gonna go after a motherfucker with a girl, go after a motherfucker with a boyfriend, that shit weird, bro. I never was the type of nigga to go after somebody that had somebody. Have I dealt with motherfuckers that had somebody? Yeah, unknowingly. How the fuck I was supposed to know? Unknowingly. But y'all motherfuckers be knowing these people got somebody, and y'all still go after them. That's weird as a bitch, bro. And then be having this thing in y'all mind that y'all gonna take. Now, you don't, in my eyes, bro, there's no such thing of a motherfucker taking somebody from me. There's a such thing of me giving you somebody, bro. I don't have that type of, I don't think like regular niggas, bro. I don't think as in like, if you come fuck with a girl I fuck with, and she come out, she stop fuck with me and fuck with you, I don't feel like you took her from me. I gave her to you. Basically. Ain't no fight, cause I ain't finna, cause at the end of the day, if she was to go, if I was fucking with her and you was to come along and grab her, I'm not finna fight for her love, bro. I'm not finna fight her back. That's who you wanna be with? That's cool. And that's another life lesson for niggas, bro. Stop trying to change yourself for a motherfucker. Stop trying to change yourself to fit another motherfucker's picture, bro. If you not that, if you're not that idea nigga, or she's not that idea girl, my nigga, don't fall into that trap and try to fuck with a nigga to become his ideal woman, or fuck with a girl to become her ideal man. Like, no, I'm gonna move the fuck out the way and I'm gonna let you go find who your ideal person is. I'm not finna fight for you, my nigga. I'm not finna change myself for you. Only time I could come into a situation where I do need to change myself is when I was a single man. I was doing shit. Like, I was doing single shit. And I fucked around and met a girl that I became in a relationship with, and I changed. I changed my ways. I had the same ways as far as like, oh, I can go fuck with this bitch over here, or I can go out with a date with her, or I can go do this. I knew I couldn't do them type of things no more. I changed my behavior. That's what I mean about, that's what I would change for a motherfucker. But as far as like me coming into somebody's life, knowing that I don't sell drugs, right? Knowing that I don't sell drugs. Just listen, weird ass niggas. I come in her life, knowing I don't sell drugs, knowing I'm a nigga that work and shit like that, and I come home and I take care of shit, and you meet this girl, and she used to dealing with those type of niggas. You shouldn't even took her serious from Jump Street, but that we just gonna keep on with the story. She did with those type of niggas, right? And you don't fit that description. Niggas be so fucking stupid, insecure, and blind that they had changed their whole lifestyle for a motherfucker that's temporary. That's a temporary motherfucker, bro. Somebody that come in your life that don't fit the type, and you know, now niggas know, we do homework just like women do homework. We just not as sneaky as they are. But we do homework just as well as they do. We know, like we do our research, my nigga. Like, that's why when a girl try to fuck with you or approach you, why you think niggas be like, I'm not saying that this is a good thing, and I haven't done it either, and my girl can vouch for that. Why you think niggas be like, oh, who you used to fuck with? Who you used to talk to? Niggas doing their homework. They trying to see if they fit the description. They trying to see if they can outball that nigga. They gonna try to see if they can outlook that nigga. They can outdo that nigga, bro. The whole time, bro, you leaving your originality, my nigga, to try to fit a picture that she wants you to be, or you assuming that she wants you to be. Now, I'm not saying every girl that fuck with a nigga in the street will meet a nigga that's 9 to 5 and then go in his life and try to change it. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But vast majority do that, though. There is a good majority of women that would come from fucking with a nigga in the street to go fuck with a white collar nigga, bro, and have a successful relationship. That's cool. But we know shit like that is like in movies and shit. We know that shit is like fairy tales. You know what I mean? Like we know that shit, that's hit or miss. You feel me? Now, niggas don't fall into that trap. Men or women, don't fall into that trap of changing yourself, my nigga, to fit another motherfucker's description. You good the way you are, you okay the way you are. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta change who you are, my nigga, to fit nobody's description. You came into her life as original. You came into her life with your own originality, my nigga. Leave that motherfucker with your own originality. Don't change yourself, bro. That's why a lot of people go and get in relationships and they lose their fucking self. You done put too much. You done put too much groundwork in trying to be some shit you not that you don't even know who the fuck you is no more once y'all break up. That's why motherfuckers lose their self. You done put so much time and effort in trying to be some shit that you not, or you put so much time and effort trying to prove a fucking point that you end up playing yourself out of your own personality, your own originality, bro. You became a motherfucker that you don't even like no more. You became a motherfucker that you don't even know. And then you had that hard ass fight when especially girls, bro. You had a hard ass fight when you go back and you go, oh well, I'm in my healing season. You ain't in no fucking healing season. What is a healing season? You ain't in no fucking healing season. I was just seeing some shit with shout out Roki. I was seeing some shit on his Instagram. He was basically telling motherfuckers what's the difference between a street nigga and a hood nigga. His explanation made a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people get that shit misconstrued, bro. A lot of people get street nigga and hood nigga misconstrued. I remember I asked a motherfucker before, like, what's a hood nigga? Like, a motherfucker assaulted me one time because back when I used to live in the city, I used to like going to like the bars, like the hood spots, like the little hole in the walls. I enjoyed myself. I minded my business. I didn't get into it with nobody. I wasn't no bullshit. I'm always one of the people that go wherever the fuck I want to go, bro. I don't worry about nothing happening. I don't worry about nobody. I'm not a shit starter. I'm not too much of a shit talker. I'm not somebody that goes in somewhere with a chip on his shoulder. I'm not no like cold-blooded killing type of nigga, like, but I will defend myself. And I have the tools to defend myself. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm going into a motherfucking spot prepared to use my gun that night. Prepared to use my hands that night. Prepared to get into some bullshit that night. I go out to have fun, bro. So I asked her, I said, yo, what's a hood, nigga? She like, oh, you know, niggas that's in the hood and niggas that's, I'm like, well, I was raised in the hood, so does that make me a hood nigga? And she like, oh, I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, like, I'm talking about niggas that be selling. Like, bro, like, that's the difference. And that's what he was breaking down to motherfuckers. Because motherfuckers giving hood niggas the same definition of a street nigga, bro. And those are two different things, my nigga. Two different things, bro. But anyways, I don't want to get off track because I can just be going. I'm freestyling today. This is my 1 year anniversary, dog. I'm feeling good. I'm drinking good. I'm looking good. I'm smelling good. So let me just go on with the topics. Jayda. I know y'all heard about the whole Jayda and Lil Baby shit. She said after 6 years, she done. After 6 years, you done. Now, I'm with the girls, bro. A lot of girls were saying like, no, boo. You telling me you was fucking with a nigga for 6 years, you never did nothing? She definitely did something. She definitely was fucking other niggas and talking to other niggas. I'm not trying to hear shit, bro. Like, Jayda's the type of woman I feel she is, the type of vibe she gives me like them get back vibes. Like she a get back type of female. Like, you do some shit to her, she gonna do it back to you. That's what type of vibes I get from her. You know what I mean? She definitely give me, like, you telling me that you stood around a nigga for 6 years when he dealt with everything. Now, we all know Lil Baby been in the news a handful of times when it came to women. And she came and she went back and she kept fucking with him. She went back, she kept fucking with him. She went back, keep fucking with him. And I'm here to break the news. She's going back. You know what I'm saying? Jayda's not done, bro. And a lot of y'all know Jayda's not done. Jayda fucking knows she's not done. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's her life. That's her business. That's what she do. But at the same time, for you to go on the internet and then be like, oh well, this she not. I'm gonna tell you another reason why she ain't done. She ain't done. She's saying she done because she got caught. She got caught, bro. This the first time she got. Now this the first time publicly it went on the internet and she got caught. I'm pretty sure Baby caught her doing some stupid shit before, but now she's going on the internet saying she's done because she got caught, bro. And then she goes on the internet and she addressed like, well, one nigga don't do it, other nigga would. Like, listen, if that's your whole game plan of fucking with me, because it sounds like some music shit. You was fucking with that nigga for what he could do for you. And I know a lot of y'all sit back and like, yo, but you know, Jayda got her own money. That's cool. Lil Baby got his own money too, but Jayda money ain't as long as Lil Baby's. Jayda not as a popular figure as Lil Baby is. You know what I mean? Just like G Herbo, baby mama. She became a promoter. She became a business owner and all that shit. For you to think, don't ever think G Herbo didn't have nothing to do with the rise to fame of that girl, bro. And I'm not saying that she didn't deny that, but at the same time, he definitely had a lot to do with the rise of that girl's fame. You know what I'm saying? Just like Lil Baby has a lot to do with the rise of Jayda's fame. Did Jayda put her own work in to get where she needed to go? Absolutely. Did Ari put the work in to get where she needed to go? Absolutely. But we talking about the rise of fame. How did you get in them doors, bro? How did you catapult to that level that you at? Them niggas played a part in that. So her tweet basically saying what he won't do, another nigga would. Really, that sounded like some using shit to me. I mean, that sounded like you was just fucking with me to get where you needed to go, and all I did was tell you no. And you went off and got a yes from another nigga. That's not loyalty, bro. And a lot of females agree with that, like, that's right. You know what I mean? That's right. What another nigga won't do, another nigga will. Like, that's cool, bro. And that's why a lot of y'all are fucked up nowadays, bro. Mentally. Y'all heartbroken. Y'all can't find love. Y'all have to settle for an open relationship. Y'all have to settle for a nigga cheat. Y'all have to settle for being a side bitch. Y'all have to settle for not being important to a nigga. Y'all have to settle for that type of shit. And then y'all remind yourself and y'all say those type of things to feel better about y'all situation, bro. Y'all feel better about that. God didn't put us on this earth to just be single, bro. Nobody wants to just be single, my nigga. I don't care what nigga told you or what female told you. Don't nobody want to be single, bro. Why the fuck would you want to be single? You wasting our fucking time. You wasting space, bro. If you want to walk around this motherfucker single, you wasting space, my nigga. Because as a single person, you ain't gonna do nothing but destroy it. You ain't gonna do shit but destroy it. Because if you single, you can't walk around and assume that every nigga you see gonna be single. No, it don't work like that. So people that been single for years, they on some destruction shit, bro. They on some destruction shit. They want to fuck up homes and shit. And don't get me wrong, I was single for a while, bro. But I'm talking about the motherfuckers that been single for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, why nobody want you? What's wrong with you? It's time to stop making it seem like, oh, it's just a population fucked up, or these niggas ain't shit, or these bitches ain't shit. No, bro, it's more to it. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? What are you doing, my nigga? What problem is keep reoccurring in every situation you have to get to a point that that person you having a situation with, or that person you fucking on, or that person you having a situation shit with, or the person you having a friends that benefit with, why it's not going further than what it is? And I don't want to hear, I don't trust niggas, I don't trust bitches, but you fucking somebody you don't trust. So it's clear to say you don't trust yourself. Let's move on. Now, Jayda, let's hope that she actually moving on, bro. Do I believe she moving on? No, I do not. Would I be surprised if she move on? Absolutely. But for a while, we all thought that they were single. Me, myself, I didn't know they was back together until I seen them in Paris together. So you gotta think about it, bro. A lot of people probably looking at it, well, little baby, you did so much shit, bro. You done fucked bitches, you done did this, you done did that. Once Jayda texts one nigga back, that's all it takes. That's the same as saying that I only fucked that man one time and got pregnant. That's all it fucking take. That's all it fucking take. People be thinking that you gotta fuck a motherfucker repeatedly, unprotected to get them pregnant. Like, bro, sometimes all it takes certain people is that one time and that motherfucker pregnant. So all it takes is you for that one time to show me your loyalty. Don't lie with me, my nigga, and we done, bro. I don't want to talk. I don't got nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk about it. So I mean, like, ain't no way in hell, my nigga, I couldn't do it, bro. But I mean, like, I've been through shit to get to this mindset that I have now. I've been through enough shit in my life to have this type of mindset now. A lot of people, they still growing. They still trying to find themselves. They still trying to figure out what works for them, what don't work for them. They still trying to figure out what's their real deal breakers. My deal breaker, my nigga, is loyalty. Once you cross my loyalty, you doing some shit I don't know about, you doing some shit behind my back, I don't give a fuck if y'all didn't link or if y'all didn't fuck. But if you flirting with a motherfucker, you having conversations with a motherfucker repeatedly, I'm dumping you. I don't got time for that type of shit, bro. I'm a grown ass man, bro. I don't have that type of shit. Especially if I'm not doing this shit to you, I'm not expecting you to do that shit to me. If I'm holding you on a high pedestal and you holding me on a high pedestal, what's the motherfucking problem with me leaving your ass when you do some stupid shit, bro? Ain't no wrong with that. So if Jayda decides to, after 6 years, she finally, okay, I'm done, I'm throwing the towel in, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I just feel like if they do get back together, it has a lot to do with kids, it has a lot to do with business, bro. And it has a lot to do with that image of, this is my family. But them motherfuckers ain't happy together. They not happy. You know what I mean? When you disloyal, you cheat, you do some shit, you're not happy, bro. Because if you happy, you're not thinking about fucking with somebody else. You're not thinking about texting other people. You ain't thinking about linking with other motherfuckers. Like, make this shit make sense. Let's continue on. Big shout out to Jayda. Big shout out to Lil Baby. Hopefully y'all figure out a way to go y'all separate ways, because if y'all stay together, I can't see that shit working out. Shout out to Glorious. So, another thing, Meg Thee Stallion, she back in the news. Tory Lanez is putting out a lot of cryptic messages on Twitter, basically talking about karma, basically talking about how people gonna find out the real truth. And right now, my nigga, Tory Lanez is sounding very politically correct, bro, because a lot of hot artists unfollow, a lot of hot various of artists unfollow Meg Thee Stallion on Instagram. A lot of people are dropping out of endorsing her, like for instance, Savage Fenty, that's Rihanna shit. She not only unfollowed her on fucking Instagram, but she dropped it from her brand as well. Now, I feel like I'm not gonna jump the gun and say, okay, damn, everybody found out that Meg Thee Stallion was a liar. I'm not gonna jump the gun and say that, but I am gonna say that I can understand, and I don't understand the whole unfollowing people, but I mean, people unfollow people all the time. I had a lot of motherfuckers ever since I got in a relationship, a lot of motherfuckers unfollow me. And I mean, that's what they do, that's cool. And this is a PSA. This is a public service announcement. It ain't being called petty when I see you unfollow me and I unfollow your ass back. That's not called being petty. Why the fuck do you feel like you got the honor, like I have to still honor you as far as like still following you? If you're not following me, who the fuck you think you is, bro? I'm unfollowing you. Like, I'm not finna follow you. But the whole Meg Thee Stallion thing, like I said, she got dropped from Fenty. And I can understand, I can see from a business point of view. What I mean I can see from a business point of view is like, she got too much shit going on. She in the news too much, bro. Like, she having battles with this record label. Not only that, she having this situation with Tory Lanez. Not only that, I don't know if it's just me, but her music, I don't hear too much about her music. I don't see her doing shit no more as far as like music-wise or the twerking shit she used to do. Like, and I understand that twerking shit kind of probably went out the window because she's in a relationship with a lame ass nigga named Party. But that's here or there. But yeah, like I can understand why Rihanna dropped her. Because that's bad for business, bro. That's bad for my brand, my nigga. If I basically got money behind you, I'm pushing your career. But every time I push you, you tug it away with some other shit that's going on the internet or or a lawsuit or some shit like that. It's just like, that shit ain't good for business. So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to throw in the towel and say like, oh, well, damn, the truth came out. Because we all still waiting. The shit been in the news for so long. I'm ready for the shit to wrap up, but we all still waiting. But right now, it's looking like basically Tory Lanez gonna fuck around and win this court battle with her. As far as the record label, I don't know too much about that. A lot of artists, we really pay attention to the record labels they sign into. They pay attention to the documents they get. so they can know what type of deal they in. A lot of motherfuckers are signing 360 deals. Cowboy, the nigga that came out the song Envy Me, he done aired out his record label talking about how much they haven't paid him royalties and shit like that. Like, nigga, what type of contract you signed? Because the contract you signed, you probably gave up your royalties, my nigga. You probably gave that shit up to them. They probably cut you a motherfucking $1 million check or a $500,000 check, bro. And all you seen was the money. You signed your fucking name on that dotted line, and now you on a 360. Now you have no royalties, you have no publisher. You have nothing, bro. You gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta come up with another hit. You know what I mean? And a lot of niggas, like that Cowboy Envy Me song, he probably didn't even mean to put that out as a hit. That shit probably just, like I always said, bro, we all got that small tunnel, bro. And once you get into that small tunnel, you have to understand that it's a small tunnel. That motherfucking tunnel is gonna run out. You're gonna have to reach the other end eventually. Now the only way that you won't reach the other end is if you keep putting out work, you keep putting out content, you keep putting out hits. This nigga dropped Envy. He thought it was it. Fuck it, I'm done. I haven't heard shit about that man ever since. Maybe he did a couple local shows that wasn't paying him shit. But as far as like musically, I haven't heard shit from that man. I really don't even know. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all don't know who the fuck Cowboy is either. But that's here or there. We about to wrap this show up. I know y'all heard about the whole Putin situation. America signed a $13 billion foreign bill. And it's crazy because we have money to sign $13 billion over to another country that's not the United States of America. And this motherfucker's out here homeless, bro. Poor. Can't afford the cost of living. Can't afford gas. But at the same time, he's trying to pass a bill to stop remote work. Shit don't make no sense. Basically, you got enough money to give to another country, but you're not even taking care of your own country, bro. Like, you ain't, with that $13 billion, you get passed out numerous of stimulus checks with that. A lot of people still not working. And a lot of jobs that is hiring, my nigga, they hiring for the lowest of dollars, bro. Like, it's motherfuckers out hiring to do heavy duty work for $14, bro. That ain't no, and the way cost of living going, the way gas going, the way oil going, like, the way food prices is off the fucking roof. Like, a lot of people can't afford the cost of living on $14, bro. A lot of people can't even afford, my nigga, right now, a lot of motherfuckers can't afford to live in America. So wherever you signed that $13 billion bill from, a lot of motherfuckers need to figure out a way to relocate over there. Because it seems like they getting the love. Y'all need to take care of your own fucking country. But Putin basically addressed it. He basically said America want war to cover up the neglection of the American people. They want a war so they can have a reason to say, this is why we can't do this for y'all. This is why we can't do this. This is why gas prices like this. This is why food is like this. This is why the cost of living is like this. We at war. That's why. My nigga, Putin basically broke this shit down. America don't even have to get involved in this shit. We getting involved in it so we can have an excuse to not take. I feel like the government is getting involved to have an excuse to try to get the money back that they lost in the PPP loans, the stimulus checks, all the fraudulent loans that was going on in America. And it's crazy because it don't even sound like they're hiring for money. You can't be hiring for money if you're giving the whole country $13 billion. Interesting. The NFL. I went on a rant today on my Twitter about how I felt about the NFL. I felt like how they blackballing Cap. Like I said before, I feel like Cap will not get another opportunity in the NFL unless the NFL opens up a franchise for black people. Unless they finally let a black man in the door to own a franchise. There are rich black men here that have been trying to buy an NFL franchise, but continue to get the door shut on them. Why is that? Because the NFL is fucking racist, bro. That's why. It's a business only made for the white rich owners. That's it. And it just won't. It's crazy because the Khan dude is actually a foreign guy who owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I can't compare him to no African American because he's not an African American. Like, I would be more satisfied with the NFL when they decide to finally let an African American purchase a franchise, bro. But they'll never do that because they know that they won't have that type of control over the player. They won't have that type of control no more. Right now, they got control over a lot of NFL players. A lot of NFL players are fucking slaves, bro. They don't even know it. The money that they get paid, $20 million a year, yeah, that's a lot of money. But at the same time, y'all gotta understand what they put their bodies through day in and day out. That's not enough money to put your body day in and day out through the type of shit. Because the money that you making, you gonna need that shit down the line because nigga, you ain't gonna be able to walk, you ain't gonna be able to move. Like you just gonna be a fucked up body, bro. Like the NFL is a very physical sport. They not paying them players enough money to be doing the things that they do. And I stand on that shit. Aaron Rodgers, a bitch. And I stand on that, and that's my opinion about him. Like, you did all this shit last day and shit with Tate. Now, big shout out to Devontae Adams. I'm glad you left the Green Bay Packers and you went off and got paid. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be treated like the star that you are over in Oakland. I'm sorry that you could not be the star over in the Green Bay Packers, over on the Packers because they had a crybaby-ass quarterback who felt like everything should went his way. As long as he got paid, as long as he got the big bucks, he didn't give a fuck about nobody else or how everybody else ate. He didn't give a fuck about nobody else. It was all about him and how he was going to eat and what type of money he was going to be making. Like, they gave this man the front office to control whatever he wanted to control. Next thing you know, his star receiver that's responsible for his MVP or that's partly responsible for his MVP award was traded off to the Oakland Raiders. It seemed like all the star Green Bay Packers, they go over to the Raiders after the Packers, bro. And then they fucked around and died. Like I was telling my brother before, when me and Trey was chopping it up, he like, well, bro, I don't know what type of player Vontae gonna be over at the Raiders. We don't know what type of player he's gonna be. We knew what type of player he was in Green Bay. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll be a better player over there. Who knows? But you know, that's here or there, and that's soon to come. But I'm gonna close up this episode. Last thing I want to say before I close, I know I said that last time, but make sure y'all check out Michael Beasley interview. That was a very touching interview. I definitely experienced some of the things he was saying in the interview. So if you got time, dog, make sure y'all stream my episode first, and then y'all go over there and do that. But if you got time, y'all check out Michael Beasley episode. All you gotta do is type in Michael Beasley on a podcast platform or on Spotify, or you can just type in Michael Beasley interview on Google, and it should pop up. Very touching interview, very great interview conducted by the team. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. It's been another episode of the Straight Facts Podcast. I appreciate everybody. 1 year in, many more to come. I'm out. Love.